फाइनल लिस्ट जारी हो गई है एंड वी हैव one student sitting right in front of us, Haridas. So Haridas, how do you feel? Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to all of Physics Wala team. And it's a big relief that it came in the first IIM itself. I feel like burden has been lifted from my shoulders a bit now.
Absolutely. So, when नवंबर जब आता है एंड यू गेट द रिजल्ट्स, है ना? तो
Yes, sir.
नवंबर के बाद तो लगता है कि चलो ठीक है, कैट का रिजल्ट तो आ गया है, राइट? यू आई एम श्योर यू गॉट 99 प्लस, आई रिमेम्बर। अब वो
Yes, sir.
स्कोर आ जाता है, बट स्टिल वी नो डीप डाउन कि ठीक है, एक अच्छा चीज हो गया है, बट द गेम इज स्टिल नॉट ओवर, राइट? और
Yes,
उसके
sir.
बाद एक नया गेम शुरू होता है, GDPI प्रोफाइल एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ।
Yes,
सो
sir.
व्हाट वाज योर फीलिंग आफ्टर नवंबर व्हेन यू गॉट योर रिजल्ट?
Initially, when you dwell deeper into this IIMs का criteria वगैरह, it's terrifying कि अरे यार इसमें लैग कर रहे हैं, अरे यार इसमें लैग कर रहे हैं। कभी
हाँ।
लगता है अरे वर्क एक्सपीरियंस कम पड़ रहा है, कभी लगता है कि अरे यार प्रोफाइल इतना अच्छा नहीं है।
हम्म।
काइंड ऑफ ऐसे फीलिंग आती रहती है कि क्या होगा कि नहीं होगा। देन व्हेन यू गेट अ इंटरव्यू कॉल, देन यू लाइक ओके फर्स्ट स्टेज अभी, तभी यू कांट बी जस्ट हैप्पी कि ये हो गया, अभी भी फर्स्ट स्टेज ही हुआ है। देन यू हैव टू गिव बैड पीआई
हम्म।
उसके अलग क्राइटेरिया फिर। देन यू थिंक कि इवन इफ यू हैव डन वेल इन कैट, मेजोरिटी ऑफ द आईएम्स उनके यहाँ पे इंटरव्यूज का जो वेटेज है इट्स अराउंड 40 to 50%।
40 to 50 करेक्ट।
तो इट्स लाइक ऑन दैट डे गिवन डे आपका परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर आपका सिलेक्शन है। तो वैसा
तो
मुझे
आई
फील
गेस
हुआ
एक
था।
नई
देन
रिसर्च शुरू हो जाती है, राइट? उससे पहले
हाँ
कैट की रिसर्च चल रही है। वंस द
हाँ
कैट रिजल्ट इज आउट, एक न्यू रिसर्च स्टार्ट हो जाती है कि भाई कौन सा IIM 10th मांग रहा है, 12th मांग रहा है। सो जस्ट आउट ऑफ द क्यूरियोसिटी दीज पीपल आर आस्किंग बेसिक क्वेश्चंस। तो एक बार आपकी प्रोफाइल हम जान लेते हैं। तो हरिदास, आप इंजीनियर है कि नॉन इंजीनियर?
नॉन इंजीनियर सर।
नॉन इंजीनियर स्टूडेंट, राइट? 10th स्कोर, 12th स्कोर?
10th 9.4 CGPA,
9, 12th?
12th 90.4%।
12th again 9, percentile again 99 plus. Grad?
Yes sir.
Grad?
Grad 79.1,
7?
79.1।
79.1. So 997, but a 99 plus in, of course, CAT. And then WorkX, how much WorkX do you have?
No,
No
no sir.
WorkX. All right. So we have the profile, guys. All your questions, first of all, answered. 999, sorry, 997, but a CAT 99 plus. And of course, non-engineering student. And here he is sitting right in front of you guys. So again, both the things are very, very important. First, getting 99 plus, and then, getting the PI right. Because जैसा हरिदास ने बताया, उसके बाद एक अलग गेम शुरू होता है जिसमें आप टेबल जॉट डाउन करते हैं। कहाँ पे ना, फॉर इन द केस ऑफ हरिदास इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि ग्रेड को इतना वेटेज ना मिले, क्योंकि वो 79 की वजह से 7 लग जा रहा है, 8 नहीं लग रहा है, राइट?
Yes sir.
तो एब्सोल्युटली। सो हाउ वाज योर इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस, हरिदास? हाउ मेनी इंटरव्यू डिड यू गिव? डिड
Four
यू
sir. Four interviews.
4 interviews you gave? All right,
Sir.
and both
Ahmedabad,
of them?
Calcutta, Indore, and Kozhikode.
All right, so CIK and A.
Yes sir.
So you did not go for the cap and all, you tried only the blackie, you got the 4 calls, right?
Yes sir.
परफेक्ट, परफेक्ट। एंड जो अहमदाबाद वाला था वो पहला कॉल था?
नहीं, सेकंड सेकंड था।
सेकंड?
कैलकाटा वाला फर्स्ट था।
तो आपके
एंड
हिसाब से हाउ वाज योर इंटरव्यू? व्हाट क्वेश्चंस, इफ यू रिमेंबर एनीथिंग, यू फाउंड आउट? ओके।
Ahmedabad interview went well actually. Uh,
ओके।
I'm from UPSC background. I think the interviewers also kind of put that into mind, and they were uh, they were specific about politics, Indian politics, international affairs, questions related to domestic politics, policies, government policies, and
ओके।
schemes, and somewhere there were questions related to my acats also. That's all.
So
And
majorly from the graduation stream, and of course, because you must have told them
current
that
affairs,
you were from UPSC background, so they went into, Indian
current,
policies, foreign policies, and a little bit about geopolitics and Indian politics, domestic politics, right?
yes, sir.
And how many questions were you able to answer? Were you satisfied with your interview?
Yes, sir. I did fairly good, and I think I answered almost all questions.
Okay, great.
Almost all.
Hmm.
Like they once they went on a rampage, then it was like I have to give answers continuously till they are like satisfied. And I was the last candidate on that day, so they had plenty of time, and
Okay.
they were like जब तक उनका satisfaction हुआ नहीं था, they were like questioning continuously.
How long was it? How long interview did you have?
Around 35 minutes.
35 minutes, right? 35 minutes back-to-back questions straight, right? And but
Yes,
you
sir.
were able to answer majorly most of them, right?
Yes, sir, most of them, barring one or two.
All right. So, of course, congratulations from the entire MBA Wala team, also from the students, the extended family. One question from the students, it is coming up. That is
Yes,
how
sir.
much gap after graduation? You were not work, you were not having any work
Sir,
experience,
I
but
was
was there
I
any
was
gap?
I was preparing for UPSC.
Mm-hmm.
I have given uh, three mains. I have cleared three prelims and given
Okay.
three mains,
Mm-hmm.
but couldn't reach the final list. And my last mains was in 2025.
Okay.
So as soon as the result came, I didn't get selected, didn't get past the main stage. Then I
Mm-hmm.
applied for CAT and then prepared for the last 10-15 days and got it through. So
Perfect.
my gap year is around 5 years. I think
Five
it's
years
a
gap year.
bit, yeah, it's a bit big, huge, and I don't think many would be digest this fact that I have a 5 year gap.
Mm.
It's a bit hard, but I think I know a senior who has done this previously, who is also from the UPSC background and got into IIM Ahmedabad. So I think somewhere IIM Ahmedabad has a soft space for UPSC candidate, it seems.
Mm. All right. So 5 years gap you mentioned, Haridas, right? So did they come on to this particular point? Did they ask you why 5 years gap?
No, sir. There was
Mhm.
one other interview where this was asked, but not in IIM Ahmedabad interview.
Okay. So where was it asked and how did you answer that?
It was in 𝐾𝐞 𝐁𝐀𝐞. I
Okay.
answered it just as I prepared in your
Mhm.
online course and as well as the offline one. Like I don't consider this as a gap, but a continuous learning process
Perfect.
where I got to learn about international affairs, politics, current affairs, economics, which I think would be able to help me better understand MBA and better strategize how I wanna work around these things. So
Perfect.
that was that they were satisfied with this answer, but they also gave me a suggestion. Then you could also have opted for MBA executive program.
Mhm. And then
You
what did
could
you say?
join a job, work there, and then do an executive program. That might be beneficial for you. Just a suggestion. They just made a suggestion this way.
Mhm. Okay.
Then I said, once I get into any government job, I might get complacent. I might not be willing to study any further. So I thought, जब तक अभी है जोश है पढ़ने का तभी कर लेते हैं MBA.
चलो नाइस नाइस। तो आपका ये जो यू मस्ट हैव यू मेंशन्ड ऑलरेडी कि जो आपका कैट का जर्नी था वो इतना बड़ा नहीं था जो लोगों का जनरली रहता है कि कोई 6 महीने प्रिपेयर कर रहा है कोई 1 साल। बट डीप डाउन यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी ऑल्सो। तो जब आप सी सैट के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं तो आई गेस क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड रीडिंग एबिलिटी ये सब तो आपका ऑलरेडी अच्छा हो गया होगा। तो हम इसको ऐसा बोलें कि ये छोटी सी प्रिपरेशन है महीने 2 महीने, दैट्स नॉट राइट, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Mohit, then you
Absolutely.
got your answer, right? Second question to you is, how did you prepare for the PI part, right? We have already discussed, we have had a previous podcast after the CAT result with you, how the CAT journey was. But this interview or this podcast is basically more about the journey from the CAT percentile to the PI. So how did you
Yes, sir.
prepare for that particular area?
Firstly, I would like to thank the PWLR team. I was like not getting clear ideas कि कहाँ से PI prepare करूँ after the CAT score came. Then when I went into your offline session, the 3 day course,
Correct. You were here, remember,
I,
in
I got
January.
an idea, fair idea कि okay, this is the type of questioning I will be getting. This is the areas I need to work on. This is the way I have to answer questions and how I can improve on my conversation skills. So that broad idea I got, and then I made use of your online PI, mock
Online
PI.
PI, mock PIs were happening with the mentors.
Then I got a fair idea कि you can't prepare for the extremes. Like
Correct.
they would ask any random question they want. Okay, you can't prepare for that, but the best you can prepare is prepare about your own self and your profile, and then just be confident enough to answer. And I think in all four of my interviews, the questions which were like out of my understanding or out of my acats, I just plainly answered. I would have to read about it,
Hmm.
and I know कि they understand it's not humanly possible to know everything and anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but you should be able to say it with confidence, not just make answers on the spot. Just you're
You
guessing or
should be
something.
honest, right? You should be
Yeah.
knowing about yourself. You should be knowing what your long-term goals are. You cannot make them, right? You cannot copy them. So I'm
Yes, sir.
very sure that you now understand that reading thousands of transcripts does not tell you what you
It is
have to
not
answer.
good, sir.
It
You
just
can't
tells you what
imitate
kind
others.
of questions would be asked, right?
Yes, sir. You can't imitate others' answers. You can't go with a pre-prepared answer and then just blur it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, one question you might find it little funny, but it has come from the student, so I'll ask you. So one of our student on the YouTube live right now asked, "Do fluency in English matter in PI?"
They don't expect you to speak so fast or something. You can take your time, think, answer, compose it, and then answer it. Even I have even I have asked for a minute or two between
Mhm.
answers from them to compose my answers. They let you take time, and then you give a composed answer. It
Perfect.
doesn't necessarily mean you have to speak so fluently, but you have to
Perfect.
make them understand the point of view of yours.
So the idea is not to just straightforward blabber whatever comes to your
Yes,
mind.
sir.
Simply
Correct.
politely ask them, "Sir, please give me a minute or two."
Let me
And then in
compose
your
my answer.
mind, put down that answer or the thoughts which are coming in your mind into pointers and
Yes,
explain them so that they get to know how do you think on that particular topic, or they get to know your perspective, right?
yes, sir. Like, can I give you an example? In the IIM Ahmedabad
Absolutely,
interview,
absolutely.
they
Words of
asked
wisdom
me,
from Haridas, guys.
in IIM Ahmedabad interview, they asked me, how does geopolitics influence economics, or
Okay.
geography influences economics? Rather, geography influences. It's a very broad topic.
Hmm.
So my UPSC optional was in geography, so they asked this particular question. So
Okay.
I said I need to take a time to compose the answer because it's a huge, broad question. Then I composed the answer in 4 points, and then I gave the answer. They were very well satisfied. So yeah, make sure you just don't start answering the question the point they just question you. Take some time, think before you answer, be confident in your answer, and if you think you might be wrong, you can just say that I am taking a guess here, or uh, I'm putting up my thought here, and they would
Perfect.
gladly accept it, I think.
But again, I would say this question was asked to Haridas because he was preparing for UPSC and has his subject as geography there. So, right, guys, you don't have to just start thinking कि हमसे भी ये पूछ सकते हैं and you start studying all those geography things, right?
You can't
So
prepare
that
for all and every questions that they will ask to every other candidate. You have
correct.
to be confident in your profile first, your backgrounds, your academics. Then comes the current affairs part, which is a very huge, very broad topic. You can't, like, one more example I will give.
Hmm.
They started asking about Indian politicians.
Okay.
Then when I answered them, they got, okay, he knows about the Indian politics. Then they started asking who is the CM of Kerala state.
Hmm.
Then they asked then I answered that. Then they asked who is the CM of Madhya Pradesh. Then they went on and rampage and then asked three, four CMs. And then
Of
finally,
different different states.
yeah, I answered all those, and then finally they ended at who is the CM of Uttarakhand, and then
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I said it's ruled by this particular party, and but I don't know the leader's name, so
Hmm. So anybody in the chat, do you guys know the CM of Uttarakhand in the chat? So that kind of question can come if you are either interested in politics or you mention something like that you are preparing for UPSC, or maybe you are from Uttarakhand. Then also it can come, right? But if you have nothing related to geography or politics in your resume, or you do not show a keen interest there, and you're not from that city or state as well, all right, then of course they won't. Okay. So, how much longer students should study in a day for all subjects? That matters, right, from person to person. Anyways, guys, you have this time now, YouTube students. If you have any more questions which are relevant, we can ask Haridas, or we'll just give him his time. And he definitely wish to go ahead and celebrate. He has just got his result 2 or 3 hours ago, right? And we understand that he has to be with his family, friends. All right, we have got the answer. Pushkar Singh Dhami, Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami. Yes, you guys are correct. So, guys, they can ask you anything, right? You just have to
even
be
if you know the
prepared. But
answer,
whatever they'll ask you will make sense because it will be either related to your profile or something it has to do with you. right? Or maybe, the place you live in. It's gonna be, it cannot be anything random, right? So it is great. It is great. Haridas, again, congratulations. Right.
Thank you,
And
sir.
any question? How can I speak English like him? Of course, he thinks in mind, forms his pointers, and then say. How do you maintain the consistency in your prep? He has been preparing for the 5 to 6 years, guys. You must listen to the entire podcast. VRC का preparation कैसे किया आपने? VRC preparation, Haridas, any final tip? Okay, let's give them for each and every subject. Quant, VRC, idea. One tip.
Uh, VRC, you need to read a lot of newspapers. That is from my
Okay.
UPSC background. You will not the uh, current affairs or not the news part, but the editorials part. You will get a lot of uh, insight into the use of the words, insight into how to put your perspective or how others put their perspective, and what is the general opinion about something. So that part helps you understand what like we used to study in our school, what the author really wants to say or convey through this editorial. So that was helpful. And I think VRC is about time management more than preparation. I think
Time
time
management
management.
and reading, right? Time management and reading. That will be the two key factors, right?
Yes,
Quant,
sir. Quant, I think practice, a lot of practice.
quant is practice.
Quant, even if you remember every formula and every uh, type of questions there is, if you come under pressure or if you don't have the speed with which you need to do it on that spot, I don't think it would be easy for anyone. So you
Uh,
need a lot of practice, even though if you might be very good in maths, you might be very good with calculation numbers or something. You need a lot of practice. Your muscle memory should be ingrained with maths, I think.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, one question which I find very, very relevant, right? Very, very, very relevant because we don't get so many students like you with your profile, right? So a student has asked that you prepared 5 years for UPSC, 5 years long gap. Of
Yes.
course, mental health goes for a toll when you see your friends doing something. Maybe some are working professionals, some might have gone through CAT or going to do their MBA and whatever, right? So one is the mental health perspective, and the second is, of course, when we jump into the preparation, we get to know from the fellow mates. Every now and then we see articles that 5 years gap, it is difficult for you to convert PGP, which you have converted right now. All right. So how did you tackle these two areas?
So the first one is to have a lot of self belief. Even in my UPSC journey, I never believed that I would not be able to do it. Till
Okay.
now, I have hope that I could have been the one or I should have been the one. That was one thing. Self belief and family support, friend support was a lot. And so I think that kind of boosts you up after every failure. That part kind of helped me with the mental preparation for this.
Family support, family and friends who are, the
Family,
back.
friends, yes, sir. To be honest with them, it's not like if you're not able to do it, you're not able to do it. You should be able to convey this to your friends and family. You should not fake it that you are doing it and then you just waste time. It doesn't do justice. And the second part of the question is, uh, I think coming to CAT with a 5 year gap, I didn't think uh, it's a much of an issue before. But
Okay.
once I got into the PI stage and all, when filling up the interview forms or filling up the profile again, then I thought, okay, 5 year gap might be a bigger thing than what I initially thought.
Hmm.
So by that time, I thought, what is in my hands, I should focus on that and not what is not in my hands. If I do very good in that particular day on that particular interview day, I will get selected no matter what my gap is. So, and if I able to justify that 5 years with very good current affairs or whatever I did in those 5 years, like I did UPSC, the interviewer definitely knew that I did my UPSC. So he wanted to test if I really did justice to my 5 years in those 5 years. So he asked a lot of questions about UPSC, and if I'm able to justify that, I think they would accept those 5 years.
So I would say online it is great that कि आप पहले इतना ज्यादा सोचा ही नहीं कैट तक अब आपने बताया कि till the time you were preparing for CAT you did not think much about this 5 years gap. It came to
Most-
your mind later on when you were
Yes, sir.
going for the PIs and the other things. So
Yes,
sometimes
sir.
we say knowing less is also better, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's a great, absolutely. And I like the fact that you focused on the things which you can control and you left the things which you cannot, right? We cannot change that. And the family and the friend support, that is very, very necessary in these kinds of journeys. So congratulations, Haridas. And
Thank you.
thank you for being us with today and helping them know your journey. So guys, that's Haridas for you. And I am a convert for 2026 to 2028 session. He has a profile of 997, non-engineer, a 99 plus percentile. You can watch his earlier podcast as well. We happened to take that around, I guess, in November, December area, I guess. In December, he was there with us on the same channel when we were discussing about how he tackled the quant verbal DI part. In January, we had taken his interview. All right, that time he was here with us offline. And now again, we are going to meet very soon again, most probably in June. And I hope the people who are watching this video next year, you also come to us. And if you're a 2025 student, I'm sure that some more converts are waiting for you. So, Haridas, congratulations. Thank you for
Thank
being here.
you. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.